Hopefully you can hear me. I'm just going to try and unmute you all quickly. Again, if you want to unmute yourself if you want. We've got 8 people on the platform, on the webinar at the moment. We should have about 12 to 15, so I'm just going to give it another minute or so, and then we'll get going. So I thought if anyone wants to chat while you're waiting, I'm happy to.
I'm eating my lunch.
Excellent, Callum. Excellent. How's everybody else? Is this a good time to do these? I think everybody's still. Ian, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, Rob. I'm like your previous guest. I am actually fitting this in over lunch, so it works quite neatly in that sense.
I think everybody is. I'll push mine back. It's been a little while since we met up back in, was it Reading, Basingstoke way?
Yeah, exactly. Sort of actually face to face, one of those rare occurrences.
Back in the day, yeah, that was literally a month before everything locked down, wasn't it? So, yeah. Never mind, eh? We're there.
Was it? Okay, yeah. It's not far.
Yeah, February. Yeah, February. I just need to...
Afternoon to you.
Wayne, how are you?
I'm just having my lunch here, so I do apologise. I'm eating my soup, right?
I think we've picked a good time but a bad time at the same time, haven't we? So, right, I've somehow lost the lobby on the side, so I've just let Terry in. I'm going to leave you all on just unmuted because I think there's enough of us not to cause a lot of noise as we go. Let's dive into it. I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully a lot of you have already had a look through this. You'll have sort of had an idea of what it's all about. So the point of today really is just to explain a little bit about why this has come about and how it all works really. So starting back from the beginning, most of you know me from my day job of working for Core. I've got to a point where I can look back and say I've got 20 years experience in the industry, which makes me feel really old. But at the same time, it makes me realise I've got 20 years experience of working with gyms around the country. This came about in my role at Core. I spend all my time dealing with independents, and I see the independents essentially and the struggles that they have compared to the bigger chains. And that got me thinking when I formed the group back in the day, so what are the main issues? And one is economies of scale is the obvious one. The big chains can buy things much cheaper, get better deals. Support structures in place at the bigger chains, such as David Lloyd and the Pure Gyms. They've got people around them and they've got the resources to help. And so essentially I thought, how do we bring that into the independents? And this is sort of the model that we've chose alongside the Facebook group. So what I want to do is run you through this and how the platform is going to provide those elements of support and hopefully economies of scale and other resources as we move along. Fairly straightforward. Independentgyms.co.uk is the platform. You can see it here and you can see the domain, and it's shared all over the group. Maybe a little bit too much, but it's going to be even more. The home page is very straightforward. This is summarises everything that we do. You can have a scroll through this. I won't read it all out to you, but you can see exactly what we do. We've got 3 sort of elements on the front page. Great Gyms. This is talking about who we are, what we do in terms of the actual gym owners, so you guys. When you click through to here, the public will be able to see this. We want to shout out and really champion the independent industry. We need to grow. It changes actually because we're at 1,800 members now. We've got a massive surge since the lockdown again. But this gives us some idea of the power of what we've got as part of our group. There's 3,000 independent facilities around the UK and 1,800 are in the group at the moment. As you drop down, this is the big one there. It's essentially is a map that we can use to shout out the gym owners around the country. So we jump on here. This is going to take a little while to fill out. So as more members jump on board the platform and create the listing, you'll be able to see all the local gyms within your area, and it gives you a direct link through to the gym itself. This one just needs an update on the link. This hasn't been done properly, but that will bump you straight through to your local gym. So I see this being the members around the UK and they're traveling or they're just looking for their local gym. They can use this to find their favourite facility nearby. The obvious bit is the partners that we're working with. This is where the supplier discounts and the resources and the economies of scale will come in. By leveraging the 1,800 members that we've got, we've managed to be able to go out and get some really good sort of support and discounts from partners. We've got 50 on board at the moment. We've got 4 strategics, which I'll talk a little bit more about later. And then we've got obviously another 46 and growing list of partners as we go through. This ranges from education to equipment to consultancy, accountancy. Ideally, we've got every category covered in the group that people may be looking for. If you want just a general rundown of who's on the platform, you can look through here. Lovely picture of me there. Never mind. This is a summary of everything that we've got on the platform, but it doesn't show the discounts, but it gives you a good idea as well. So that's very straightforward. The final bit is the membership itself. As we click through to the membership page, my general plans with it is to be inclusive for everybody. Now, I appreciate not everybody will want to pay for a membership. I think there's a huge amount of value within the paid membership, but at the same time, I'm not trying to force people down that route. So we start off with a very basic membership, which is essentially access to the Facebook group. The gym locator is the big part of that, and access to the free webinars that we're doing, along with the templates and the document sort of download resource. Part of the research that we did in the Facebook group, the three most popular requests was government lobbying, because I think it went out a week before we were locked down in sort of round 2, supplier discounts and document resources as well. So we've included the document templates and the download resources within the free membership. The standard membership will open up to the supplier resources, supplier discounts, but it will also open up access and discounts on the events as well, along with a few other little goodies. We've got a premium membership that's going to be coming up once the COVID restrictions are back to normal once they've gone, hopefully. I hope this will be around April time. This particular membership is going to be bringing in a monthly networking option, whereby we'll bring together gyms within their location to help and support each other, working on a get, keep and grow sort of platform where we'll essentially help each other to get more members, keep their members and grow their business. This one is free at the minute as well, but there's no difference as we are between these two. So at the moment, this is the one that everybody should be going for. Given that we launched this the day that the whole country got locked down again, we've introduced a month free trial for every single member. It's simple, straightforward join up process. Pop your details in. Remember to use the facility locator at the bottom. This will then put your gym on the map. As you go through, if you've got more than one facility, you can add all your facilities to the map. There's 5 gyms per membership, essentially. So just remember to do that part. You will need to put your card details in, but you won't pay anything for the first 30 days. On top of that, I've made it very simple. I'm just going to log in myself just so you can see. I want this to be simple for everybody. I don't want it to be like trying to cancel a subscription where you've got to ring 15 different numbers. So essentially within your membership platform, you can click the upgrade. That lets you pick your membership. If you pick basic and update membership, it will drop you down to that as free membership. Simple as that. Nice and simple, but hopefully we all see some value as we move forward in the standard membership. Okay, so that's the fairly straightforward part. Obviously you see all my ramblings from Instagram and so on, and who the partners are. Navigating the platform, as we come over to the left hand side, once you're logged in, this is essentially where you'll use to navigate. We've got some good stuff down the bottom here. The news feature is everything that you'll see anyway. So we've got the newsletters and the big posts that we do. This will be expanded. If you've got anything that you think is newsworthy that we want to put on here, we can load these up as we go. It's fairly simple, but I think we use this to shout out everything about, obviously, about this new platform, but also independent gyms as a whole. And that's really sort of champion those guys. I'll let you have a read through the About Us. The big part I will show you, if anybody's unsure about the value of the platform and the membership, we think an average gym within our group will save themselves £1,000 a year by being part of this platform. I'm going to quickly run some numbers in and hope this works for you. Card payments, if you're using a PDQ machine, iZettle is a big brand. If you're using it for protein bars and membership payments and PT payments, obviously it's a useful tool. I'll use about £5,000 roughly. I think our research shows that the average spend on supplements is about £600 a month in terms of Misfits and Muscle Finesse and so on. Insurance has been a big conversation in the group throughout the time. Who's everybody using? We've got 3 insurance providers on the platform. Partners and are a lead partner with us, and we've got 2 other partners as well. If you're likely to change your insurance or look for a quote, we know we can save money. We saved a gym owner £1,400 on their renewal in December before we launched, whilst we was testing out the providers to make sure they're up to scratch. I think a rough value, it's probably a bit more than that. The renewal was £6,000, so that's £600 a month that the other gym owner was providing. And these bits here, an independent gyms workshop. As we move forward, we'll be organising workshops around retention, sales, and generally any topic that you find useful. So if you're likely to attend one of those and you're a standard member with us, you'll get a discount off those. The conference that we held in December last year, that really kick-started this whole project. If you attend the conference again, we've got 2 planned at the moment for May. That one is up for discussion. And then again in December. If you attend either of those, you receive a discount as a standard member. And we're also launching our own awards evening. If you come to that, you'll receive a discount there. So this gives you a rough idea of £1,200 saving. Now that also factors in that you've spent £300 on the platform over the course of a year. So you're really looking at about £1,600 saving per year as a rough idea. We'll jump back now to this side here. This is news about us and general information down here. These bits though are the good bits. The Find a Gym is the map that we showed you earlier. I'm going to run you through the events section. Now the events platform it comes in sort of 4 categories of events. We're hosting webinars, which I posted about this morning. We've got a weekly webinar and a few others dotted in around sort of key topics. Online training and remote training is big at the moment. So we've got MyZone lined up and a company called Fettel talking about how you can take advantage of that. We had James last week. So the webinars are free to everybody. They're usually about half an hour. You can see them as we go through here, and there's more down the bottom. We then move on to the workshops, which will be a dedicated paid for event of different pricing depending on the platform. If you're a basic member, you can still get access to the workshops, but you just pay a little bit more. And they're the dedicated, as I say, retention and membership sales and so on, which we tested right at the beginning of 2020. We then move up to the conferences, which are the 2 big events. So one in May, one in December, and they'll be carrying on as normal. And then the 4th sort of area of this I see as a social side of it. I'll factor in the award ceremony for that. So we'll have the award ceremony in December. We'll have a social after the conference in May, or whenever that goes ahead, which will be hosted by a couple of brands. But then I'll also be looking to organise things like golf days or just general events that we can all come together, not talking business, but generally sort of socialising with our peers, if that makes sense. So the events platform is really simple. You can pick your event. This is the one we're on now. Event expired because we're on it. We go to next week's, which is the MyZone. Essentially, you can just simply book in. I'm going to book myself in. You can add more tickets if you want to, and it will bring you up. If you update the cart, it'll give you the options to put both names in. I'm just going to drop it back down to 1. And I'm going to proceed to payment. This is a booking. If there's a payment to be made, it will take it via Stripe and you can choose your card. Or if it's a free webinar, it literally books you straight in and you'll get an email with the confirmation. Within the membership section, it will show you the various elements. My events here should tell me that I'm booked onto the value of remote training with MyZone. So this one's next week. I'm going to cancel myself off because I know I'm on there anyway. And that will take you straight away. So the events part, we hope, is very simple, very straightforward, and we'll fill that with events of webinars and workshops as we go. And if there's anything that you guys think is useful that you'd like us to sort of go out and organise, then just fire me an email or message me on Facebook and we can do that. The second most popular subject in the research was document sharing or document resources. And we've gone out to a number of gyms to sort of assist with this. We've got our own documents that we've loaded, and we've loaded documents from other gyms as well. This is free to all members because we think this is such a useful tool. We'll fill these categories out as well over the time, but essentially personal training contracts is probably the single most popular request for a document. So we've got that on here. It's a white label document, and then you can essentially download that and put it in your own terms. It's really simple. You guys can have a look through all those, and if there's anything that's missing, click the button, type what you need, and we'll try and source it for you and add it to the document resource. But we've got a ton of options there. Coronavirus is obvious. Employee communications, equipment in terms of servicing. So various bits. Spin bike maintenance checklist. considering I sell spin bots, I've never seen one, so that's actually interesting for me. Probably the easiest part now is a document discount directory. Through the group, we've basically sat in the background, and every question that get asked in terms of who does anybody use for X, Y, or Z, we've made a list of all the brands that I mentioned, and they're the brands that we went to first, the ones that were mentioned in a favourable manner. There are other brands that we've gone out to as well that we think match sort of our ethos and what we're trying to do. And there's up and coming brands that have been put on there, such as in terms of protein and nutrition. Battle Ready are a new brand, and Misfits are a very proactive and looking to support us. So these categories here have been essentially 50 suppliers within these. We're working off 3 levels of membership of supplier. We have a strategic partner, who are the 4 main brands. We've got lead partners and regular partners as well. And they're all offering a discount or an offer or a value-added proposition that's going to help you guys out. So the simple way to do this, I'm going to use Core Health as an example. You all know I work for Core Health. I hope you do. It's pretty obvious. These guys are on board with us. They've essentially come with a discount for all members of the platform to receive a free upgrade on their warranty on any product they buy from Core Health and Fitness. Standard warranty is normally 2 years, up to 3 years, which will save you money in the long run. The way this whole platform works in terms of the discount is you can find your brand or your category, click get your discount. As long as you're logged in, it will take you through to the page that provides the information about the partner. And then at the bottom, I'll tell you what the discount is. And if you want to then proceed to request that discount, you click the button down the bottom. And at that point, we'll send off 2 emails automatically. One will go to you as a gym owner that confirms you've inquired, and the other will go direct to the brand with your name, phone number and email, and they'll call you or get in touch with you to basically have a chat about what you're looking for. So it's really simple and straightforward. At the top, I'm going to go back to the beginning. This shows you the calculator again, so if you're not sure, but if there's a brand that you're looking for, search it and find it. They're listed in 2 categories. Who else have we got? Theragun. So it's a nice simple search function. Now, if there's something in there that's missing, or there's a brand that you think we should be talking to, you can literally click the button here, pop it in. Let's be cheeky. It won't be on there just yet, but we'll say Live Fitness, and that will come through to us. And then we'll make contact with the brand and look at getting them on board the platform as well. So that part is probably where you make the most savings, but obviously with the events and things as well, that'll be useful. I will shout out a couple of brands that I think could be very useful in the short term. I'm just going to find these guys. So I've mentioned Core Health and Fitness, who are providing the warranty. MyZone are very popular. They're everybody's friend. They're a great brand. MyZone are jumping on board. They're in the technology section and the equipment section because they kind of straddle the 2. And you essentially see, if you sign up with MyZone through this platform by clicking this button, they'll contact you and you get 2 months free licensing fees at the beginning of your time with MyZone. So it's worth checking out. Another strategic partner that we have is around flooring. Flooring is an expensive game. So we've got 2 flooring companies on board at the moment. TVS Group are our strategic partner. Now they are very good quality flooring, offering 15% discount off their prices as well. So have a look at those guys. Who else? Battle Ready Fuel are on board with us, but they're not quite confirmed of their discount, I don't believe. Battle Ready Fuel are a nutrition brand, and they're part owned by the guys from the SAS, Ollie Ollerton and those guys. So they're a good new brand coming up, and we'll confirm what they're doing for us as we go. Back again. Wrong one. Discount directory. It's membership and CRM systems. Everybody knows Club Right. They've been very supportive of the group from the day we started. Neil's been on board with those guys. Club Right are supporting with essentially an upgrade from Club Right to Pro Right, which is their top membership for 3 months, to give you a good way of testing out all of the higher features on there. This one is probably not my favourite, that's probably the wrong word, but probably the biggest hook I think we've got for you guys. iZettle are a payment provider. They're owned by PayPal. They're a PayPal service. These are your PDQ machines, and this is that payment on the calculator where we said £5,000 a month in terms of fees. this is where I think you'll make some nice savings. We managed to negotiate with them to reduce their payment, their fees, essentially from 1.75 to 1.5% on. And now this is for new customers, but it's also for any existing customers of iZettle. If you click the get your discount button, you'll qualify for the 1.5%. Even if you've been with them for a number of years already, they'll change your rate for you. If you're a new customer, you'll also get the first £1,500 free transactions. So there's a nice little saving with those guys. We think this on its own, if you've got enough going through the machines or through the payment processes, you'll save as much, if not more than the £25 a month for the membership itself. So that's a good one to look at. Who else have we got? I'm going to jump through. There's a couple more I just want to highlight. Come down here. These are really good. InBody, body composition services are offering discounts off their standard discounts off their devices, but also their web management system and a free service at 12 months. So there's a nice little saving there. Body composition is a very current and very on-trend service within gyms, so it's worth looking at those guys. And then Therabodies, it was new to me when we spoke to them, but they're actually really good. The massage guns, everybody knows what they are. They have a setup where you can essentially hire them out within your facility. So you purchase the guns in a bundle, and then you hire them or you lend them to your members. So 30% off the bundle. It's a great sort of setup that you can have. So have a look at those guys. Who else we've got? Two more. Premier Training. Education is a big part of the platform. As we go over to the education category, it's probably the biggest category we've got at the moment. So there's a few on there. Wellbeing, fitness and education is Ian Reeves. He's down in Toaster. Their business essentially trains you to deliver your own personal training courses. So they're offering discounts in terms of getting you guys set up and helping you make money yourselves from delivering your own PT courses. But then we've also got Premier Training, who are probably the biggest name, I think, or one of the big three names in terms of national coverage. These guys are offering 20% off the PT diplomas and discounts as well from the NSM specialism courses. And then the last one I'm going to go to, which I just think these guys are really good. They've been really supportive with us through the whole time we've been talking with them. We posted about Misfits in the group just before Christmas, and these guys are offering discounts as well. This will take you through to their website, and you can use the code to get 20% off as you go. So that is hopefully a very quick run through of the platform. I'm going to stop sharing and answer any questions that you may have. So there we go. You can unmute yourself. I'm just going to drop that through here. If you can't unmute yourself, oh, there we go. Somebody has.
Never.
Wayne, are you off mute?
I'm actually, can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Fabulous.
Did you hear all of that? Because I rambled on for a good 20 minutes.
Yeah, I listened to the whole of the rambling in between my sleep. It was perfect. No worries.
Excellent. Excellent. So any questions from you, as obviously from a supplier perspective?
No, I think especially with that documentation side, I think there's a lot of good stuff, and especially that you mentioned that SPIN document. That's great. Things like PAR-Q documents, so people can get questions together in their own mind of what is necessary, what's unnecessary. Yes, and I think that sort of content is absolutely awesome. Really good stuff.
Yeah, excellent, fantastic. Anybody else have any questions?
Rob, I just see that I know that the sort of conversations I'm getting involved with the people and where people are struggling at the moment are documents around the constantly evolving changes right now. Yeah. I know that we're in an unusual situation at the moment, and this may well not be the case in 6, 12 months or whatever time limit you want to put on it. But I wonder if there's an ability for people to share with you and upload even documents around, I don't know, health and safety measures that are needed at the moment. Grants and what's available out there and that type of stuff. I guess the danger is you get best intentioned amateurs putting forward their views as opposed to professional documents from professionals. So I don't know how to gauge the dependability of different content.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think there's a couple of there's a couple of options we can do with this. We can upload anything ourselves. We ask for the documents to be emailed in, and we then white label them or check them and add them to the platform. I think with the changing regulations around COVID, that's almost every couple of weeks something new has to be done. So we can more than happily upload them, and we can take them down, and we'll check them as well. UK Active have been a good resource through all of this. SimSpa have as well. So there's a couple of trusted sources that we can use, and we can get those documents. I'll probably need to get permission from UK Active to use their specific documents, but we're very close with those guys. So hopefully we can get them as well. But the other option, with those specific ones, because it changes so rapidly, we'll throw them in the group as well. So I think they need to be looked at quicker. I think the documents are, if I think of the spin bike checklist, that generally isn't going to change unless somebody brings out something really brand new. So that will be a constant on the platform. But the coronavirus and the current restrictions, those kind of support resources, we'll do both. We'll put them on the platform, but we'll also put them into the group for everybody to share as a quicker sort of resource.
Brilliant, thank you.
Makes sense, Bill? I've had one question pop up or a statement. Right now, somebody had to pop off because their lad's asleep. Liam, I'll speak to you later. There we go. Any other questions from anyone else?
Rob, when I was having a flick through, there was, and on your membership page, there was something on Muscle Finesse and like a gift box. Have you got any details?
Yes, that's right. So Muscle Finesse are one of our partners. They're one of the more popular wholesalers in the UK. They're very proactive and looking to work with us and you guys. Essentially, they're offering it's a £300 a year bundle of free supplements to every member who's on the standard membership category. Now that's essentially, they're sending it out on a quarterly basis. That's so £75 of value that will just land at the end of each quarter to anybody who is a paying member or a standard member on the platform. So anybody at the minute, you can sign up now, you get that free month. So you can take advantage of any discounts that are on the platform. And then once the membership flips into a paying model, obviously you can still keep taking advantage of those, but you'll get pretty much your value. In fact, you pay us 25 quid and you'll get 25 quid back from Muscle Finesse for free. So the membership will be cost neutral for the time that you're on there. So yeah, Muscle Finesse are a great bunch. And then that'll give you access to all of the brands that they sell. The box will be most likely not a selection box as such, but it's going to be a representation of brands that you could be trying. It might be Grenade, it might be Misfits, it might be a new brand, Nocco drinks, it could be anything and everything, but it will open the door that you can then try that with your members. And it will add to your retail offering and grow that part of your business as well. So yeah, well spotted.
Yeah, that sounds good. Am I able to sell that on, or is it all for?
Yeah, you can do what you like with it. So it's retail stock, so you can sell it on, or you could use it for samples, or you could give it away to your members. However you see fit, you can do exactly what you like with it. So you will literally receive every 3 months whilst you're on the platform, you'll receive a Muscle Finesse goodie box, we call it, land at your gym. So
that's cool.
And there'll be a few other brands like that will come and give us freebies. So part of the current free membership, 30 days free, anybody who signs up, or the first 100 that sign up, will also receive a delivery from Tenzing as well. For, I think it's £30 worth of value from Tenzing, absolutely free. So it's almost, we're paying you to be part of the platform in the short term. So if you're not sure, jump on board and take advantage. So there we go. Fantastic. Right, then a couple more. I think we've done now. Right, yeah, so there's no more questions coming through. I think I've answered everything that I can think of. If you do have any questions, feel free to message me in the group or drop me an email or just hunt me out and we'll answer them. But hopefully it's value and you guys all jump on board.
Fantastic. And Happy New Year to everyone.
No problem at all. Great. Thanks for joining and we'll
thanks everybody.
Good luck for 2021.
Yeah.
Guys.
Bye.